growth meets community, we reign supreme.
Hey, it's Cal F. Jackson Green, better know the name. Building up the city while we elevate the game. Only on SKST Radio. Wednesdays we lock, street grind on the muscle. Beats by bro, got it knock, protect, empower, elevate. That's the routine. Virginia Beach rise up when they hear
Cash Green, CAAs, yeah, the city's heartbeat. The Councilman Cash Green Show. Tune in, take a seat.
And we are live. I'm Councilman Cash Green, and I'm coming to you bringing what I've learned in the community, and then I bring it to you in the studio. Today, I'm honored to have a guest that's going to share some life-changing, I think, subject, information with us that will change your life. But you have to listen in. He's going to introduce himself. I call him Mr. Oban Willie. Did I say it correct this time?
That's right. You got it perfect.
Tell us who you are, sir.
Well, thank you, sir. Thank you, Councilman Cash Green, for bringing me on to your show this evening. My name again, Oban Willie McIntyre.
Okay.
Everybody calls me Oban Willie. I am the local representative here in this area. I'm the owner of a Mac Insurance Group. My last name is McIntyre, Mac Insurance Group. Pretty much I help everybody here in this area when it comes to your life insurance, all types of insurances when it comes to life insurance, as far as term insurance, IULs, annuities. But I specialize in a special type of insurance, which is called a final expense insurance. And that's insurance specifically for, final expenses, funeral, burial coverage. But I'm a local guy here in the Virginia area, right here in your actual district. And I'm here just to help the people just like you are.
That's right. Listen, I'm so grateful you said that. You talked about the final life insurance, right? Let's talk just a little bit about that. And again, this is for the taxpayers. No taxpayer dollars were used in this episode. I just want people to know I am Councilman Cash Green, but I'm not representing the city of Virginia Beach on this episode. So I just want to let everyone know that that's a little disclaimer, okay? Why did you go into this industry? When I think about hearing about funerals or something of death, right? I want to talk about Hawaii and trips and vacations. Then you can sign me up, right? My wife and I would be one of those people that would be, they will try to sell us the trips. Tell us why you felt like it was so necessary to speak and learn about insurance. That was the final, what was the last Indian on that?
Final expense.
Final expense. I told you I had a heavy topic for you today, but I think it's an important topic. Because most of us, if you're like me, I don't want to talk about picking out my casket, right? I want to talk about picking out my trip, as hard as I work in the community. But why is this an important component to life altogether?
Absolutely. Well, I'll tell you what, Councilman, one thing is, I would say that one thing is death is one thing that is unavoidable. Now, the thing is, we can't predict when that day is going to come, but it's something that we all know that's going to happen. But even though this is the one thing that we all know is going to happen, just like you said, this is the one thing that most people do not like to talk about.
Want to talk about it.
Even my family. It's not like me and my family really just sit around the dinner table and talk about death. So I understand how it goes, but although it's not easy, it's a necessary part of life.
Okay. And
there does come a time that we got to talk about the inevitable, because we just got to prepare for the realities of life.
Okay.
So one of the main reasons why I feel like that's important is because of that. We do have to prepare for the realities. But just a little story about how I got into the business, as you asked. Mm-hmm. Actually, my mother was a client of the company that I partner with. Now, this was before I even knew about life insurance or anything. My mother actually saw an advertisement for the company that I partner with now, and she actually liked the product, and she ended up getting the product. So It was me seeing my mother seeing the importance of how important it was for her to be insured, for her to leave a legacy and something for me as her child, and for her to have her final expenses organized. She saw that as important. So that's what guided me to look towards it. And then she introduced me to the agent that got her signed up. The agent introduced me to the company, showed me the opportunity, and from there I stepped in, and I've been in this opportunity since then.
No, I like it. In sales, right? I come from the world of sales. It's how we package it, right? That makes it appealing. When I was a car salesman, I would package 0%, and that was kind of the hook. How do you package something like the final, what was it again?
Final expense.
I didn't even want to say it.
Yeah, final expense insurance, final expense coverage. And it's very that's a very good question, because the packaging is what actually makes this whole thing different.
Okay.
Because when we talk about final expense life insurance, that's really just a fancy word of saying whole life insurance. That would be geared towards maybe your final expenses.
Okay.
Your funeral, your burial, cremation, or whatever other final expenses may occur. So it's typically a whole life insurance policy for a smaller amount. That's usually a guaranteed acceptance, so that anybody can get into this coverage, and it's money that could be used to take care of final expenses. So that's typically what final expense insurance is. Now, with how we package it and what makes my company a whole lot different is the company that I partner with is actually the number one company in the final expense industry.
Okay.
And why they're the number one company is because they're the only company that has this product and this service. Now, this product and this service that we have is what sets us apart from everybody else and makes this very special. This product and this service is a service that is set up where a family member can, number one, first plan and prepare when it comes to their final expenses. Because like you said, this is something that most people don't like to talk about, let alone put it in writing so it's organized. So what ends up happening is when we die, we end up leaving all this responsibility on somebody else.
Good point.
We have to go make all these decisions. And like you said, in our hearts, we don't want to do that. That's what we do anyway.
Good point.
But that's why with our program, we have a package set up to where that we can take that burden away from families. So number one, just want to let you know that we do allow everybody to plan and prepare to make sure that everything is planned, prepared, organized. We keep everything safe and secure in our system. And then number two, we're able to price match and negotiate with funeral homes to make sure we get the best price and make sure everything goes smooth for families.
This is incredible, because you've allowed me to really, when we open our segment, it's where community meets growth. What we're talking about is growth and having a well-balanced community. So as you know, everyone, we love to have fun. We're going to have fun on my show. We're going to bring on some extraordinary guests who are celebrities, who are actors, actresses. But in order to make life really, I think, complete for the whole family is when we have a discussion. Can I use the term whole life insurance?
Yeah. That's like I say, that's final expense is just a fancy word for whole life insurance for your final expenses.
Okay, audience, which do you like? Whole life insurance or final expense insurance? Okay, there we have it. They like whole life insurance.
Good.
So tell us where can residents find your information and search and educate themselves, as well as how do they get in contact with you?
Yeah, that's great. Well, like I say, I'm a local representative right here in your district. So I do work just like you, boots on the ground.
Okay.
A lot of the work that I do is hands-on, it's face-to-face. I like to work by appointments, and I'm an old-fashioned type of worker. So I like to sit down with you, kneecap to kneecap, just like we are.
That's right. Kneecap to kneecap.
A conversation. So you can contact me always directly through my phone number at 757-330-0643.
Okay.
My email address is my name, obon.mcintyre. It's obon.mcintyre@gmail.com. Or you can also message me directly on my Facebook. And my Facebook is MAC Insurance Group. MAC Insurance Group.
I like it. Let's talk a little bit about, you said you like to do things old fashioned. How we met, we were in the community. I do my senior initiative once a month. I was at Jamestown Common, which is in College Park, Virginia Beach. Once a month, I take a crew there and we give them resources and we love on them, right? We let them know that they matter. They are what makes community for District 7 as well as Virginia Beach, as well as Hampton Roads.
That's right.
There was a celebration we were having, and it was your grandfather's, great-grandfather or grandfather?
My grandfather.
Grandfather's celebration. Audience, you've got to hear this. A living icon is among us at Jamestown Common. He is 100 years old. Tell us more about your grandfather.
Yeah, well, Councilman, I thank you once again for, like I say, you guys coming out, giving the resources that you give to the Jamestown community where he lives at. And on this particular day, his birthday was on June the 4th, this year, 2026. He turned from 99 years to 100 years old. And you guys came out, you guys loved on him. Like I said, you brought him cake and gifts, and you guys really came out and showed your support for a milestone like this. And this was something that was wonderful. So we had a great time too. We had a good party, we had good food, we had dance. So listen, what I like to say is, Councilman, you are the man.
Thank
like
you.
I say, and I like to thank you for everything that you did. But like I say, yeah, my granddad, man, at 100 years old, I can definitely say that he's given me so much wisdom, insight. I mean, this man has been through pretty much, decades of, world wars and depressions and famines and, and he actually is still here. And one of the main things that he's always, one of the main things that he's always given to me is his faith.
Okay.
His faith in God and and his strength, because he was actually a Buffalo soldier.
That's right. Buffalo soldier.
He's a Buffalo soldier. So that comes from, actually, he's a Buffalo rider, should I say. So let me correct. The Buffalo Riders were the ones who supported the Buffalo Soldiers.
Oh, okay.
Yes, sir.
Everyone, did you get that? Did you get that? Someone just came out, right? They're giving me sign language, which you have to be an actor to understand the language. So
you got it down pat.
Tell us the difference. There are Buffalo Soldiers. Then there was a group that were riders.
That's right.
Buffalo Soldiers, riders.
The riders were, you can pretty much look at the riders, they were the cowboys.
Okay.
They were the cowboys who were helping that infantry division. The Buffalo Soldiers were the black soldiers that were, working alongside the, in that Civil War, I believe. And then the Buffalo Riders were the actual cowboys from the neighborhood that would actually protect the Buffalo Soldiers.
Wow.
So they were kind of like the neighborhood protection.
Wow. I mean, just incredible. So I want everyone to know, yes, we're talking about insurance. We're talking about your grandfather too. Please tell us his name.
Yeah, because this is about legacy, as you said. And even though we're talking about insurance, my business and my motto is my legacy. Your legacy is my business. So we're talking about legacy.
That's right.
And your legacy is my business. And for my grandfather, like I said, he's just a wonderful man. And like I said, for me, once again, it's about legacy. So your legacy is my business. And even though we're talking about my grandfather right now, we're still talking about insurance because we're talking about legacy.
And what's his first and last name?
And once, I'm sorry, his name again, Mr. Purcell Bill.
Purcell Bill. Mr. Purcell Bill. Amazing. And it's spelled, last name is spelled B-E-A-L.
B-E-A-L-E. You got it.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
I know how to spell. So anyway, we're getting ready to come up on a break. But before we do, I just want you to give us just kind of in a nutshell what your company offers someone like me.
Yes, sir.
I'm 53.
Yes, sir. Well, like I said, the great thing about what I can offer you is I do all types of life insurance where it comes to whole life, term insurance, IULs, annuities. But Like I said, I specialize in the final expense. So what I would want to do is sit down with you and definitely get that set up first and foremost. So how I can help you is very, very simple. Our process is very, very simple. I can sit down with you. Like I said, we can go over a couple of questions that I have to ask, a couple of health questions to see where you qualify at. And I can literally get you guys set up within about 10 to 15 minutes. And you guys can have a final expense program for you and your family to leave some type of legacy or some type of organization to your children or to your loved ones. So it's very simple. You just give me a call, sit down, answer a few questions, takes about 15 minutes, and I can get you set up.
Love it. We're going on a break. Don't go anywhere.
One, two, three, four.
Dive into the vibrant world of the SKST podcast, where passion meets entertainment. Join us as we explore the dynamic stories that drive Street Grind Entertainment and the creative beats behind Beats by Bro Production. Each episode promises insightful conversations and electrifying moments, celebrating culture and innovation. Tune in and feel the energy as we bring raw talent and unforgettable experiences.
Yo, turn it all the way up. Yo, you're locked in with Street Grind Entertainment, repping Texas with nonstop heat. We bringing you the hottest music, exclusive videos, fire podcasts, and radio that never sleeps. This ain't just entertainment, it's a movement. Independent artists, real stories, major vibes, and nothing but straight pressure. So buckle up, lock in, and let the grind take over. Street Grind Entertainment, where the streets meet the spotlight, and the grind never.
All right, we are back. And again, I am Councilman Cash Green. I am interviewing someone that's in the community. And today we are truly talking about where community meets growth. I've got my special guest here, Mr. Oban. And say your last name?
Oban Willie McIntyre.
Do I have to say Willie?
No, that's just what everybody calls me.
Say Oban Willie. Oban Willie.
Yep, that's what everybody
So if I see you down the street, I can say, "What's up, Oban Willie?"
And you'll get my attention. Yes, sir.
Everyone, so you heard that. So when you're driving past, make sure to say his two names, okay? We are having a great discussion about responsibility. And what I hear from that, you are a small business owner. You are a part of America's backbone, which is very important to me. I want to highlight, especially sales. You are in the business of sales.
That's right.
Right. And so with that, sometimes you have lean months and sometimes you have it's plentiful. Tell us how you keep your business vibrant. It's about relationships, isn't it?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's, you really just hit it right on the point. The way that I keep the business vibrant is truly having a consistency of communication within the community.
Okay.
This allows me to be like a center of influence.
Okay.
And from there, I'm able to have conversations with someone every day. Like I said, I'm boots on the ground, just like you.
Right.
I'm out in the field, and I'm actually speaking to people every single day, and pretty much letting them know that I'm here for them. And so with that being said, the business, like you say, does have ebbs and flows.
Right.
As a self-employed entrepreneur, as an independent contractor, but it really just goes back to faith and consistency.
Yes.
And the production catches up with your activity.
Say that again, sir.
Yeah. So as long as I'm active, the production catches up with the activity.
Powerful.
So as long as I'm active, the production will catch up.
I like it. They just showed your picture on the screen and you had on this, looks like a tuxedo almost. It is a tuxedo. So I was just thinking out loud that we should have parties where when we're going to have you come and do your presentation at someone's house, it's a party.
Yeah.
So then the packaging, and I want a broker's fee for this too, because
Yeah.
this is my ideal. It's on air, right? Yeah, right. It's my ideal. No, but I think having a party, having a group of responsible adults, and then we can have that conversation.
Absolutely.
Because I think we set the right mood, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're enjoying life. Everyone wants to enjoy life, but we can continue to do so when we have responsibility checks.
That's right.
Right. And so in order for a community, I think in order for our community to be healthy, we have to have sometimes those hard discussions. But those discussions once had, then we're that much more solid as a community. So if you watched any of my episodes, this is one you want to watch, not put on the back burner. This is one that's up there with the celebrities. And I'm grateful that I have lots of celebrities, Timbaland, Joe Smith, Missy Elliott. I'm ready for Teddy Riley, and we've got Blackstreet, and we've got just a lot of celebrities. But this needs to be up there.
Absolutely.
Because I'm sure the more money you have, then you're having these types of conversations. But you're saying it's not that you have to have a lot of money to have these conversations. This is for the working class.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes, sir. We actually work with people who are on a fixed income. So the company that I partner with, we specialize in making sure that we can make something affordable for those people who we know are either on Social Security or disability, retirement, pension. Pretty much we know they get that one check every month. So our program is geared toward making sure we can help those people fit something in their budget.
Okay. So tell me, you're a family man?
Absolutely.
Okay. Tell me, what do you do for recreation?
Yeah. Well, actually,
I asked that question because you're talking about the final, insurance. Dun, 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 dun. Well, sometimes that comes where, you don't have a lot. Maybe your conversations are very somber, but they shouldn't be. But if they are, then how do you decompress and then get back into who you are?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, a lot of this is about, I would say, number one, of course, I'm into health and wellness.
Okay.
So I certainly will say that. Actually,
shout out to who?
I want to give a big shout out to actually some of your friends and some of my friends as well. Acid to Alkaline.
Bingo.
Acid to Alkaline. I do a lot of business with them, and I do a lot of my health and wellness through them as well. So a lot of decompressing comes from just being able to, number one, eat right, have your body in a good, because I'm boots to the ground. So I'm out here every day just like you. I got to stay hydrated. I got to make sure I got the proper.
Stay hydrated, everyone.
Yeah, I got to make sure I got the proper, minerals and inside of me, so I can make sure that I can be fortified to go out here each and every day. So one thing is about being physically fit, staying, keeping my diet right. I go to the gym. I play pickleball.
Okay, that's a new fad.
Yeah, it's a new fad, but it's one of the things that I say that only because I see a lot of older people playing that game.
Okay.
And as we're speaking about longevity, we're speaking about legacy. Although we are speaking about the other side of that, which is death, I want everybody to be here as long as they can be here. I don't want to see you guys have to use any of my policies anytime soon. So I also promote health and wellness, and that's one of the things that I do.
That's a good balance.
Yes, sir.
That's excellent. I want to give a special shout out to SKST Street Grind Entertainment, right? Make sure to click on it. You can check it out on the World Wide Web, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, if you're a gamer. Are you a gamer?
Nah, I see a lot of the children. I'm going to game. My son and those guys, they play those games. So yeah, so that's for them. Twitch. They can check me out on Twitch.
That's right. So we're coming down to the wire, and I just want to get involved with a little bit of the nuts and bolts of your organization. So if someone calls you, you will make a house visit. Do you have a physical office for them to go to, or do you like to conduct business at their homes or their place of residence?
Typically, I am at the door business, meaning that I'm typically coming to your door.
Okay.
Coming to your home.
Okay.
So I set up an appointment. We can come to somewhere where you're comfortable if it's not your home. And I typically will set my appointments there. And like I said, it only takes about 10, 15 minutes to go over the actual application process and to get someone set up. So it's a very, very simple process. It's
a simple process. You heard that? It's simple. It is actually going to make your life better. Once you pay the bills, just like when I'm paying the bills, I actually feel better once I've paid the bills. So you're actually, so when someone sees you coming to their door, it should actually let them know that they're being responsible. You heard it first here on the Councilman Cash Green Show, that calling Mr. Oban, did I say your name right?
Mr. Oban, yeah, Mr. Oban Willie, he got it.
Oban Willie, you're being responsible. Make sure to call him because it's the right thing to do.
No, that's right. Like I said, and don't wait, because a lot of times what I find out is that a lot of times we are part of what I call the biggest nation, which is the procrastination.
Yes, you heard that.
We procrastinate a lot when it comes to these issues, and I implore you to just get it done.
Are there videos, because I'm a visual learner, are there videos they can go to your website, click, and just peruse the documentation?
Yeah, absolutely. Like I say, right on my website, we actually have videos that actually speak about the program, how it works, and even people giving their testimonial about how our program works for them.
Now that's good, having testimonials. So you see, go to your website, which is?
So you can go right onto my website, which is funeraladvantage.com/Oban McIntyre. Funeraladvantage.com/Oban McIntyre. You see how Cash looks when we talk about that, but that's why I'm here. Because a lot of people don't like to talk about these things, but honestly, that's why when I come into the situation, I can sit down and I can make this conversation out to be easy for people.
That's right.
So that's why I'm here, is to make that conversation a little bit more easier for you all.
This is true growth, right? And it's having these conversations to where the next generation, right, they can have these conversations with ease. And so I appreciate you being here today, you being a professional man, right? I appreciate you being in our community. You are a positive role model in our community. And that's the people I tap on the shoulder. It's not just because they're in this business, right? Because we're in the business of sales. Sometimes you get some shady people. Sometimes you get some integrous people. So you're one of those. And that's why you're here on this show. And so with that being said, we're making our community better by having you a part of this show and a part of our community. So everyone, before we leave, make sure you do this. Like, share, and subscribe to SKST Podcast Radio or radio. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Ding, hit the button, hit the bell, right?
Hit the button, hit the bell. Like, share, subscribe.
This is a wonderful episode, and I hope that people watch it again because you've been an extraordinary guest. Thank you for being on the Cash Green Show. We look forward to seeing you in the community.
Absolutely. Well, I'd like to thank you, Mr. Green, once again. And lastly, I would like to say also, if you keep your career opportunities open, my agency is hiring. So give me a call and I can get you some a business opportunity.
A job?
Yeah, well, I like to call it a business opportunity because a job is just over broke. I want to get your opportunity to actually change your life and become financially free.
That's right. Thank you again, everyone. Listen, have a wonderful, wonderful day or evening, whichever you're watching. Thank you.
SKST Radio, street grind entertainment. Beats by bro, yeah, we bring the flavor and the payment. All on the same network, moving with precision. Cater to the public, that's the mission and the vision. 3 companies, 1 vision, 1 sound, 1 team. From the streets to the speakers, we live in a dream. SKST Radio, street grind. Beats by bro, we ride.